Straight up kill it.
Straight up killed. Welcome to the podcast. This is podcast number 20. And guess what special day it is? It's Keller's birthday.
Thursday.
Holy shit! It's the same birthday as the two little girls.
Yeah.
It'll be really easy to remember now.
Well, all right.
Because, yeah.
Well, happy birthday, Keller, and happy birthday to the...
to Joe and Kate's little girls, Adelaide and Anara.
Nice.
It's
just
literally their birthday.
They were just born like 20 minutes ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah, I remember when I was born.
Oh, yeah?
No.
It was
When
when I was born, that was a sad day for everybody.
Oh, man. Yeah, but I do like that name, Adelaide. Like, because they named it after the Amberlin song, right?
Yeah, they're huge Amberlin fans.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's fucking badass. I stole two great names. Anara from Firefly. I stole that too.
Yeah. Still haven't
Bastards.
ever watched Firefly, but...
It's only one season, but it's the best ever show that's only had one season, I think.
There's not many good shows that only
most of them
do one season.
Yeah, because they got canceled, but it was amazing.
If it's a good show, they're going to extend it and make as much money as they can.
Yeah, I've only heard good things about it. I've only heard the internet rave about it as well.
Yeah, it's a huge cult following.
Yeah,
I watch it all. I watch it at least once a year.
Really?
They have a series and then they have a movie. I watch it all every year. It's great.
Nice. Oh, speaking of movies, I saw previews for that Tusk movie.
The Kevin Smith movie. It looks awesome.
Tusk? Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Isn't the main theme he gets turned into a walrus?
Yeah.
Which is
the story about it is it started on Kevin Smith's podcast. They're reading this article in the paper that was a want ad for this guy who was in Canada for a year or something like that, isolated, and there was a walrus there, and it was his best friend. And then he moved back, and he's rich as fuck, and he put a want ad out for free room and board for anyone that wants to live there. But once a day for an hour, they have to wear a walrus costume and act like a walrus and can't respond like a human. But it's free room and board in this mansion. So then they just kind of took it and run with it and made it a horror movie. And so he's like, this sounds cool. No one else is going to make a movie like this, so I'm going to make a movie like this. And he did.
That's awesome.
And it looks fucking awesome. I'm really excited for it. It comes out tonight.
Oh, it does come out tonight. Wow.
Yeah, but it's not going to be a wide release or anything.
Yeah, I was wondering.
I doubt we'll be able to see it here. I want to.
Yeah. So, I wonder if, kind of like in Castaway, I wonder if when he came back, he hired someone to be a volleyball for an hour.
That might be the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Well said. Yeah, I don't know. What good movies are there coming out right now? Aside...
Holy shit, it is that, sorry, random, but it is that Cinemark.
Is it?
Yeah. I could have saw it today at 8 o'clock.
Oh,
Fuck.
Really?
Guess what? I just got 2 free tickets to the movie theater.
Which movie theater?
Cinemark.
How?
My birthday.
From who?
Marlboro hooked me up.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Nope. Marlboro gave me 2 free tickets, up to $15.
That's pretty badass.
And I got a month to use them.
Well, maybe you use them this weekend and go see Tusk.
That's awesome. Yeah.
The Maze Runner comes out this weekend too.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, which I don't think it has very good ratings so far, but I think it looks okay at least.
Yeah. I don't know. It's almost kind of like a big hangover from all these really good movies this year.
Yeah, they're just now starting to get into fall movies, and it's Tusk and Maze Runner and that's it. And then there's nothing until November, and then it's November and December fucking loaded with Hunger Games and New Lord of the Rings and shit like that.
Yeah.
It's loaded.
That's awesome. Dude, speaking of movies, I would all this past week has just been, I felt I guess I was an actor in a lot, but I acted in a lot of my friends' finals and stuff, final projects, a bunch of my film friends and stuff.
They must have been really desperate for help.
Oh, absolutely. that there's not much talent at the school. So
It's
At
an
an
art
school. How's there no talent?
Yeah. Come on.
that's how bad it is.
That's pathetic.
Yeah, but I was on shoot all day with one of my friends' shorts, or I guess it would be considered a short, but basically the whole point of it was a guy like in purgatory, and he was just waking up and getting killed every day by like women he abused, like past wives and stuff.
Were you that
and
guy?
I was the guy.
God, of course you're a wife beater.
Of course.
And I
You
yeah,
probably
he- I-
played the part perfectly.
Yes.
Didn't
He
have to
picked you,
act very
picked you
much,
for
did
a
ya?
reason.
Nah, yeah, I didn't actually.
You
I just had
abused
to
her.
be
Act.
myself.
Yeah.
You abuser. Fucking
Yeah.
dick.
How'd you do gore?
What was it? They actually had a gallon of vampire blood, so fake blood they use for, and it's nice because it's Halloween time. So,
Yeah.
by the way, freaking Halloween's great. I love Halloween.
I used to love Halloween back when there was like big parties and stuff.
Yeah.
It used to be my favorite holiday.
Yeah,
I loved Halloween. We used to have parties every single fucking year at our house.
I remember.
Halloween,
It was,
yeah,
it was a
used to
good
kill.
time.
We always
It was
had
a great
huge
time.
parties. The last one when we had the fog machine and you literally couldn't see your hand if you put
Oh,
it
yeah.
on.
Oh, it was just
And
a
we had
mist.
we had
You were just in a mist. All
we
night.
had Beats like DJ and their light systems and
Oh
stuff.
yeah, that's right.
We had
yeah.
all that shit. It was fucking.
I
lovely.
remember it was so foggy. Like I was one of the only sober ones there, and I would just go up and like mess with people. Like I would see them. I almost felt like a predator. It's like they're dancing all this stuff, and like they don't see anything. They're just having a good
And then
time.
you just
then
get real weird with it.
I pop up like right in front of their face, like whoa! They don't see me coming.
Garmin that year dressed up as Freddy Krueger and he had the
Yeah.
claws and everything. So he would just
that's
walk.
right.
He'd walk past you and just run his blade across your back and stuff. You turn.
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
You guys have some kick-ass Halloween parties.
All right.
I actually
I always went-
I just took off work on Halloween just
Did you?
because.
Dude, we used to fucking like spend like literally probably $500 on like a Halloween party just buying like. We bought shit for like the fake cobweb stuff. We covered our ceiling,
Yeah.
and black light paint and shit. All
Yeah,
on
you
the
guys
walls.
went all out.
We
for
always
Halloween.
went all out on Halloween. They're because they were the best, man. I
Yeah.
don't know why,
They were
but
the
those
best.
parties were the best.
Yeah. I think it's also like a culmination of like for me, I guess like I love Halloween because it's like it's in my favorite season in fall. It's like I love
Football
fall
season.
weather, beginning of football. It's the best. Fall,
Except for school.
yeah,
That's the only part that sucks. But other than that, football kills it.
yeah,
Yeah,
crisp,
like good
crisp,
weather,
cool
not
air.
hot weather.
Yeah, I love it. But
Sweatshirts and jeans.
it's awesome. But I was just gonna say that that short I was in
The one where you abused people.
yes, the one where I abused women.
So it was more like a documentary.
It wasn't
They
a
just,
documentary.
a Ray
and they
Rice
just followed you
documentary.
around, and you were just beating women. right?
Yes, absolutely. You figured it out. They didn't actually ask me. They just
So
signed
it's not a
like-
short, it's a documentary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't want to. I felt like I needed to clarify. I
All right,
actually
you can
lied.
continue.
I mean,
No.
bitches had it coming.
You're not wrong. It's gonna be like about 2 to 3 minute thing, and he's like my buddy. He works for a small production company that does a lot of like, he's done a couple feature length films and stuff, and he's just a really good director. But he said that it's his and his wife's project, and they're gonna release it and actually send it to like a bunch of film festivals and stuff, and see if they can get like awards and stuff. And then how it works is like if enough people see it, enough people like it, then like
They'll make a full movie out of it.
not just that, but someone would want to buy it. Like some big production company would want to buy it, and then it's kind of like getting your name out. It's kind of like what I do with my cartoons. Like I make my own cartoons, so then one, I can practice, and two, I can hopefully have a nice portfolio in a way.
Post it all on Facebook, whatever, so
Facebook,
people can
Newgrounds,
see it.
YouTube, all over.
The right person sees it. I mean,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah, and I mean, I just acted. I mean, I read over the script. It was a good script, but I'm not really sure how it's gonna go, but I do know that it's gonna be good because of my friend that did it. So
you already filmed it and everything?
yeah, we already filmed it. It was an all-day shoot yesterday, and
Jesus, all day shoot for
Yeah.
what, 3 minutes?
yeah.
Jesus.
What was it? It was like from 8 in the morning to like 6 at night.
Jesus.
And
I bet you were loving it. You just got all day to hit
women. Yeah.
All you had to
Absolutely.
do.
Absolutely.
That's a perfect day.
They just
Yeah.
line up. They did a casting call. Just brought in all the chicks from art school, and they just come in. Hey, we gotta, try you
Luckily-
out. And you just came in and hit them.
Wow.
Yeah, yes.
Just came in and slapped each one.
You
of them
dumb
and filmed
bitch.
Yeah.
You got what you fucking deserve.
This hurts me more than it hurts you.
You made me do this.
Luckily, it actually
All right, I
wasn't
think you did
anyone
pretty good.
from-
Yeah, we'll see. We'll bring you back.
Luckily, it wasn't.
Oh, is that
anyone
real
from,
blood? Okay, we can work with that.
Luckily, it wasn't anyone from art school. Like, it was actually like people I've never met before, and they were hotter, so it was nicer. So, yeah, I could smack her.
So
around.
Oh yeah, did
So
you,
you got-
did you get some numbers?
Digs.
Some digs?
Things happen. Anyway.
No.
No.
What?
No.
Anyway.
No, you need
No.
a yes or no.
Did you get any
Did you
digits?
get numbers?
I mean,
Let's
after you beat the fuck out of these
After I
chicks,
beat 'em.
were any of them turned on enough to
Yeah.
give you
I'm neither gonna confirm nor deny that after I beat these women, that
they just loved it and gave you their number.
yes, and
You have to.
Oh, you're gonna be an
You're
abusive husband?
Absolutely,
Fuck yeah.
absolutely.
Beat
I have,
the
I have
shit out
daddy
of me.
issues, so this works great.
This is perfect. My dad used to beat me.
I mean, they were both hot, so that's really cool. But yeah, I made their regular colored eyes black and blue. But
Well, you're due for your next girlfriend. You're long
I am.
overdue.
You know what, Keller? Yeah, I
You're
am.
long overdue.
Has it been like 2 months?
No, it's been longer than 2 months.
Bullshit.
Yeah, I don't believe that. Actually, it was 6 months, wasn't it?
No,
No, it's 8 months.
It's about
Jesus
It was February.
Christ.
It was
Yeah.
February.
Yeah.
Fuck. You're usually through 3 separate girlfriends in that time.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I know.
Step your game up, bro.
Yeah, they usually just come to me. I don't.
Do they
Yeah,
come?
I do the same thing. They just flock to me.
Yeah.
Keller just starts dry rating his hips when he's out at bars. And it's like a magnet, and they just get sucked in.
Yeah.
It's like
It's
he
game
vibrates them
over.
at a frequency
Yeah.
that they all just like,
Yeah, yeah.
What is it? I need to be there.
It's like his own pheromone.
Yes.
Yep.
It's his natural
what it
pheromone.
is.
That's terrifying.
Yep. It's
Don't start doing it now. Aw.
knocks on the
starts,
door.
Yeah, it starts
Like,
breaking through the
thinking
door. They're out on her patio. What the fuck? The second floor back here.
So that's the equivalent to the milkshakes that brings all the boys to the yard.
Yep.
My hips don't lie.
Remember when that song was like huge? That was when
Still is.
Yeah,
Still
It
is.
hasn't gone away.
No, it hasn't.
If anything, it's got more popular.
Yeah, I know, right?
I hear it
'Cause
on the
keep
I hear it
hearing
on the radio all the time.
time. Absolutely. Oh my gosh, that was stupid.
So what happened on your special day today, Keller? Did you do
Yeah.
anything?
I went to school.
Oh, that's cool.
and
Did they
then
sing you
I-
happy birthday?
Yeah.
Nope. I didn't talk to a single person.
That was per
And then I went and got food before I went to work.
Mm.
Got some Mickey D's. And then I went
Did
to
you get a
work.
birthday cake there? Did you say it's my birthday and they're like, happy birthday? Oh, okay.
I did minimum talking there too. And then
Make chicken, fries.
Number 1, no pickle.
Here, just shut up. I don't
Just
want my
take,
change.
just
shut
take
up.
my money. Take it. then I went to work and yelled at some people. And
What color were they?
African American.
It's not a color.
I don't open a crayon box and see African American. I would love to see like
They didn't do that.
politically correct crayons. see a bunch of Asians. Mongolian.
Red is Indian.
Yeah.
Yellow's chink.
I'm just saying, like, they have, like, shades of yellow and shades of black. So.
Like Western Chinese.
They have way too many shades of white.
South American.
That'd actually be white.
Mexican. Be a light brown.
Light brown, nice little mix.
You know
of
what?
Beige.
I went back in the day when I was coloring with my 64 pack cut rounds.
Yes.
There were times I was like, God, I really wish I had a Mexican colored crown right now, because I'd be drawing people and I want to make it diverse and shit.
Yeah.
And
You're
all I
not
have
racist.
is white. All I had was white
The
and black.
cultural,
Yeah.
the cultural treasure of.
I'm just sitting there like, God damn, I wish I had spick color.
Even Crayola wants me to be racist.
Yeah, even Crayola. Come on. More crowns.
I always kind of felt like weird whenever like it's like, oh look, skin color, it's peach, and I look, it wasn't exactly the same as mine. I'm like, oh, like that must be different.
It's your 1/8 Native American. So
I know, right? Yeah. Am I an eighth?
I don't know. You are a fourth, maybe.
No, my.
Your mom's half, right?
Yeah, my mom.
So you're
my mom's half. So I'm fourth. I'm fourth.
Yeah, fourth.
Yeah. Enough that if my great grandma or my grandpa actually like kept their birth certificate as like what tribe they were from, then I could have got free college. But no, my great grandma's family had to be like, let's make her white so then she can just go through
Life normal.
and, you know.
Not have that hanging over her head.
Absolutely.
When all it would do is give you free money.
Yeah. Now it's awesome.
Fucking
What-
idiots.
My neighbor, freshman year of college, his name's Yusef. His mom is from like Colombia, and his dad is from like somewhere in North Africa. So like on his college application, even though he was born in Cleveland, on his college application he checked African and he checked South American or something like that. As many like minorities as possible, and he got like free college for it.
Jesus
that's
Christ.
awesome. That's awesome.
Why did my parents have to be white?
Why do I have to be privileged? God damn it!
Why do I gotta be
Privileged
better than
white
everyone?
Why can't I be oppressed?
Yeah, why do I gotta be a part of the superior race?
Why do I have to be better
sucks.
than everyone?
Superior race, superior gender, everything's going for me.
It sucks sometimes. I want free shit.
I always check Native American.
Do you really?
I always do. Nothing ever happens. No one's ever like, we need a background check. No one ever does that. It's just like,
Kids open a
No,
casino.
Yeah.
hey, yo,
Sign them up for some business classes.
Do you know any Native American languages?
No.
Any like words?
Indian.
Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you?
Tecumseh.
Pickawa.
Owapakukanada.
Wait, why am I doing a Chinese?
That was Japanese.
What Poko Kunada? Star Trek.
Star Trek into darkness. I hope nobody from work listens to this. And they start telling all the Japanese managers, Troy does really racist Japanese voice.
You should hear it sometime. It's great. It's spot
fucking
on.
hilarious.
It's spot on.
I couldn't tell if that was Troy or you, Oga Samora.
If you could hear yourself, it's hilarious.
This is what we laugh at every time you walk out of the room.
We do impressions of you all the time.
That's awesome.
I'll never forget that. Garmin's the one that found that it was on like HD trailers. He watched like a Japanese version trailer, and then they did it, and like a Japanese person like said it in English. Star Trek into the darkness.
Jesus Christ.
It's hilarious.
The thing is, it's funnier to me because it went through people. Like, I'm sure the original thing is funny, but I haven't seen it.
No, I've never seen it either.
All I know is you impersonating
which makes it
Garmin,
better.
Yeah.
who impersonates that.
Yeah.
That's where I get it from. I don't even think I've heard Garmin say it before.
No. He's only said it like a couple times. But
and we
I
just keep
adopted
it going.
It's
We
hilarious.
keep it alive
It's
somehow.
hilarious.
I like every little white boy. I thought China and Japan was the same thing, but now it's like, oh yeah, you can definitely tell by the terrible stereotype.
I still have no idea what the difference is between the two.
Well, Chinese sound
All
like
I know
this,
is
and then
Japanese
Japanese
bombers.
have more of a deeper voice.
So they're more manly.
No.
They're all pussies. I know that.
Well, yeah, but they're all really good at golf. All Japanese people are.
Really?
Golf?
Dude, they're at least here. The people here are
How the fuck does that happen?
because so they don't have any families here. So all they do is they work for like 12 hours and then they go play golf every day.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Sounds like the life.
I know.
I
Besides
can't
the
do
working
that.
15 hours a day thing or 10 hours.
You
a
just
day.
said 12.
It's more like
and then
12.
you said 10, and then
It's
you said
12.
15.
It's 12.
Okay.
They
12.
work like 8 to 8 pretty much every day.
They probably sleep 2 hours.
Yep.
Yeah,
You
they're
know, they're the
robots.
highest-
They're robots.
They are
They
robots.
they have like the shortest
Rice-fed robots.
Mhm.
out of like all the like major like power countries. They have the shortest lifespan
Really?
because they're so stressed out all the time.
They're so
They work
stressed
so
out,
much.
and I watched a documentary. I think it was a Vice documentary that said that, Japanese people like around our age, like young adults and that stuff, do not have any want to be to have like a significant other or any sort of be
No,
in a
it's all about the
relationship.
job.
It's all about their job. It's I don't know. It's
Well, they also have the highest suicide rate out of any
yeah.
major country.
Just stress.
Well, a lot of it's like in young adults too. Is really I mean it's everyone across the board. They have the highest suicide rate between any age group.
Yeah.
But especially like teenagers, because it's like so they have technical high schools and stuff. So like if you're an engineer after like middle school, you have to go to an engineering high school.
So
And
they're
then-
just
and then
stressed
to a
out because
college.
you have to do
So
well.
so
They're usually the
you
worst.
If you don't get
sports.
a good job and do
Yeah.
well in school, you're a piece of garbage.
So basically, like say they want to be an engineer, they don't get into the engineering high school, then they kill themselves. That's not standard, but I mean it happens a lot.
Yeah, because
'Cause
that's
they're
all
off
they
track
have.
now. Yeah.
That's all they have.
Yeah. I also watched another Vice documentary about. I think it was in Japan. It was. Did you guys watch Vice documentaries at all, or?
Never have.
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
I have no idea what it is.
I'm sure they have like an actual website, but I subscribe to them on YouTube, and they have like just a lot of really interesting like documentaries. And there was this one documentary about like this suicide park, like the suicide like national park. I mean,
What?
it's not supposed to be suicide, but
Yeah,
like
a lot of
But
people
it
go-
is.
people go.
It's-
And there's like walking trails for normal people that want to just have a good time, but there's also trails that like they actually blocked off because people will just go in there
And then like walk off in a cliff.
and like they'll walk off on a cliff, they'll hang themselves, they'll commit Harry Carey, they'll do all sorts of like crazy stuff. Like and the whole documentary was walking around and with this one guy who was working there for like I don't know, like 25 years or so, and just explaining how he's ran into like numerous either carcasses just sitting around like for years to like weeks that haven't been found, and
Jesus.
he has to report them, and then he's like he's also like encountered the people that actually have to like that were about to, and he's had to talk some down. He saw some people just do it right in front of him. It's crazy. Like it's a really interesting documentary. But there's another Vice documentary that I don't think it's released yet, but there's like a trailer they had for it where and this is gonna go to like a very opposite spectrum, but the guy who there's a guy who runs a museum for penises. It's a
What?
penis museum. Absolutely. It's exactly what you think. It's just a whole bunch of wieners and just in like either mounted on the wall
Dicks,
or
just a dick studio.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And the whole thing is about the only like one of the few ones he has, and the most coveted one is a human penis. and he doesn't have it, and there's two people that like are in a bidding war, like to be like, I want to be the one that has my penis in there. And that's the whole documentary. Like, I haven't seen it yet, and I don't know if it's released yet.
So
but there's
they're
been
bidding
a
to
trailer
have
for it.
their penis in the museum.
This museum, yeah.
So the guy who has the museum is just going to make bank because these two are going to bid each other up.
I don't know how it works, but sure, something like
Or they'll bid each other down to the cheapest price.
that. Yeah,
Like, oh, $10 for your penis? $5. Give me $5, you get my dick.
it's
It's probably a little more than that, but
it's
that's basically what it is.
Buck an inch.
Absolutely.
Buck an inch? Fuck. I'm solid $15 richer.
We're not talking about your arm.
I'm not either.
Are you guys gonna donate your body to science? What are you guys gonna do when you die? Do you guys? Did you decide
Nah,
yet?
I'll be in a casket and die.
Really?
Yeah, I probably will.
No, I'll be an organ donor.
Yeah, well, I
Maybe.
am too. I'm definitely.
Yeah,
not.
I'm an
Other
organ
than
donor right
that,
now.
Yeah,
Other than that, bury me.
I'm gonna get incinerated.
Incinerated?
Yeah,
Spread your
I
ashes.
don't wanna be buried.
Yeah. Yeah.
My mom convinced me.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd she say?
Well, first of all, she's talking about her funeral and how she doesn't want it to be sad. She just wants it to be like happy memories and everyone sharing good stories about her and stuff like that.
absolutely, yeah.
Which I think everyone would want that kind of funeral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she didn't want a body because she feels like that's, well, she's gonna, be an organ donor and stuff, and
Yeah.
she's gonna donate everything like
Everything possible.
her brain, especially because of her really bad depression and stuff.
Mhm.
It's really unique, her brand, and so she's gonna do that. And then she just said she didn't want to be buried. She's mainly because she's like, I don't want you to think that you can only come and talk to me at one spot.
Yeah.
That was her main thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, she said she wants me to like remember her wherever or have her there whenever I need her to be there, and not just have to go there to talk to her.
Yeah. And that'll help at the funeral, not having that whole part of burying the
staring at her.
person.
Yeah,
And instead, it's just sitting around, like she said, telling stories, whatever.
Yeah.
So that makes a whole lot of sense in that regard.
Yeah. I still feel like I can. This is the really depressing podcast on Keller's birthday, number 20.
Yeah.
But
well, surprise.
Sounds
yeah,
about right.
well,
Keller's
this-
birthday. We gotta go depressing.
I know.
God, he's such a depressing person.
Yeah.
He's the
God,
most depressed
dude.
person here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Fucking sucks. God damn it.
I hate feeling sad all the time.
I feel sad every day. I'm so sad. I just
Yeah.
want to cry for 3 days straight.
I do that a lot.
I did
Like,
that
not
once.
leave my room and just cry.
Yeah.
Beat off and then cry again. Then beat off
The
and
only
cry
thing to
again.
make you feel happy.
Don't even make me feel
Beat-
happy.
just cry.
I'll be crying while beating off. Like, ah!
Wiping them, using them.
Tears is lube.
You know what? This is better than what I was going to talk about. Let's keep talking about jacking off and crying. I'm all right with that.
Well, we just wrapped it up.
There's really not much else
There's
to
not
say.
much to say.
Come on,
about
guys. I don't
beating
want
up
to go
and
back
crying.
to death. Come
but
on.
I
Why not?
By beating off and crying, that's it.
I've never done that.
I've
beat
I've
off and
neither.
cry? No. Just once, but no.
It don't really count.
Crying after doesn't count.
Yeah.
Yeah, crying after.
Yeah,
Completely
it's
separate.
It's two
Yeah.
separate things. It's not like
Yeah.
you're crying because you beat off.
I was crying,
It's
then
just-
I beat off, and then I cried.
Like it's
No,
separate.
I
it's
did it
separate.
all.
It's
You
compartmentalized.
separated
What? No, I didn't.
Oh,
I
you were
want
crying while
to
you-
act like I separated, but
but you did.
But you cried the whole way through.
I just wanted.
Wow, really?
I just really wanted to look tough in front of you guys.
Did
You
you
little
really
pussy.
cry? No.
You pussy.
You stole that too well. I think he did.
He did.
He did. You
Yeah.
stole that way too well.
Because I'm an actor now.
No,
No. That was real.
no, that was
That was
definitely
real.
real.
No, I've
Harry
like.
cried.
You know
and
what?
beat
I'm
off
actually gonna
before.
think about this. I don't think I've ever literally like. You guys are making me think about this like I actually have.
You mean like not since like you were a kid or anything?
No, I've never. Like I remember the
Really?
first time I beat off, but
No, I'm talking about crying.
Oh, what? Crying?
I cry
Like crying
all the time.
while beat off?
No, I'm talking. You just said you don't think you cried.
You
No,
just
while
said you've
beating
never
off.
cried.
I've cried all the time.
But you just said you never cried.
That, okay.
I thought we were still talking about I thought we were still talking about the masturbation.
No, get your head out of the gutter,
Yeah,
Perry.
dude. Talking about
Yeah,
That's
crying.
nasty.
I cry once a day. Week. I mean day. I don't know. I lose track.
It's all one big cry. When you look at it, he's always crying.
I have to drink water because I just get
So
dehydrated.
dehydrated.
Yeah. I like
You
my
can't
eyes
sweat.
get red and nothing just comes out. It's like pink eye and then I pee blood again. I get pink eye from my dog, I pee blood, and then I cry and I have
Jerk
no more
off.
tears.
Right,
Yep.
jerk off.
Yep. That is the day in the life of
That's
Perry
been like
Hall.
the last 2 weeks for Perry Hall.
Yes.
Pink eye, pissing blood, jerking off, and crying.
Beating actresses I've never met before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beat some women.
That's the only happiness you get.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's the best part.
Is hitting.
That's
women.
how I get the boners to beat off. That's the
You
only
think about it.
Oh,
I
oh,
smacked
fuck,
her so
what?
fucking
I
good
got
earlier.
so good. Fucking clocked her.
You see me laughing? This is true.
Is this your list?
Yeah, that's my list
Did
of
you
things.
did you get the number? Is that the number of one of the chicks, Keller?
No, it's just a list.
Just a list of things to talk about.
Gotcha.
It's
I keep forgetting to do that.
like throughout
I did
the
it
week.
the first week. and that
Yeah.
was it.
What do you want to ask?
I wanna
this is a good
see-
transition.
okay.
Like, hey, what do you want to talk about on my
Okay,
list? And
you got your list here.
okay,
I want to.
Don't read them all off. Just read the one you want to talk
Yeah.
about.
I just want to. I don't understand why you say mosquitoes most dangerous. What is that all about?
links. Was it? I was on. Was it Reddit or something? And then Reddit turns into like Google image search and whatever, and then it turns into me looking for what is the most dangerous animal, and just a list of them.
And
that's
and mosquito popped up.
mosquitoes are the most
Or it's
dangerous.
because they can get infected with shit.
Because
all
they're
the time.
everywhere.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And they carry disease, all this stuff.
absolutely.
So yes,
Yeah, that's pretty much that.
check.
Check.
But one-on-one.
One-on-one,
I'd rather
I'll take a fucking mosquito every day.
Yeah, exactly. I'd rather take a mosquito over like a fucking tiger.
Yeah. What about the snail?
No, not that snail.
Fuck that snail.
Not that snail.
Is he still coming?
It's a bird now, remember?
It's a bird
Bird's
carrying a
worse.
snail.
Worse.
They're teaming. They're
It's
teaming
like
up.
Banjo Kazooie, but a snail.
Yeah.
They're teaming up.
That's funny.
All right. Paper fold.
Oh yeah, this has actually kind of been. I have to delete it now. Now that we've talked about it, paper. I actually saw it was. It
Paper
might have been a
fold. First thing I
Vsauce.
think is origami.
That's what I think.
So are we talking origami
no,
here?
no. It was actually like a cool. It was something kind of cool that I one of those things that like it just doesn't seem like it would happen, but whenever like science is put with it, it's like, oh, that makes sense. But the question was on like a science like kind of like that like I think I said it already, Vsauce. Do you remember that Vsauce like YouTube channel I showed you?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was something like that, or maybe it was that. But basically, the question was, how many times can you fold a piece of paper to get to the moon? The paper can be as long as it could ever want to be. It could be universes long. But how many times do you fold the paper that it will, be tall enough to get to the moon?
So you take the distance of
You
the
take
moon
the distance.
divided by the thickness of a piece of paper.
No, and then
Yeah.
you'd have to do. Because every time you fold it, it'll double.
Yeah.
So I forget what it's called. It's like
Exponential
growth.
Yeah.
So you'll take exponential growth times thickness of a piece of paper,
Mm-hmm.
and then divide that from the distance to the moon, and then you should
Boom.
theoretically
I
have.
thought you meant like one
No,
long
how many
piece
times?
of paper and then you fold one and you fold another. That means it would only add one every time. So it depends on what kind of folding you're talking about.
Oh, well, no,
I'm
like,
taking
it's-
the end of it, folding it over.
Yeah, taking
and
the
then
end. That's
folding
how it is.
that over,
That's how it is.
Okay.
Then folding that over.
Yeah.
That would be. You think about how wide that piece of paper
Oh, I
would have
know.
to be to
Oh,
start.
absolutely. But
Yeah,
again,
that'd
this
be
is
like-
this is also a piece of paper that's going to the moon.
This is
So-
also very hypothetical.
Yeah. But the answer was like 48 or something. 48 folds.
No.
Yes.
How the fuck does that happen? No
No.
chance. I've folded a piece of paper 48 times.
the record of pieces of paper folding a piece
single
of paper is 12, I think. And this thing was like about that big after 12.
How?
Exponential growth.
Well, I understand that, but how does someone fold a
1,
piece
2, 4, 16, 64. That's, 64 times one sheet of paper is still like this high.
Yeah.
And that's 5. I guess you're right. That would, it'd add up fast, but still.
It'd add up fast, but still, 48 to the moon.
It might have been
sounds really
48.
light.
I know, but like the way they explained it, it made sense. Like the way I'm explaining it,
I understand exponential growth.
Yeah.
Like it piles on quick,
Yeah.
but 48 just seems
I will have to
Very
find
light.
that video and show you because
it's not like the moon's very close at all.
no.
And a piece of paper 48 times folded that far, it just doesn't. It doesn't seem.
No, it doesn't
like
seem
it's
like
right.
it. It's
I
hard
believe.
to wrap your,
I believe that it is.
yeah. It's hard to wrap your
But-
head around.
48, and it's a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Like think how thin a
Oh,
piece
yeah.
of paper is.
That's why it was such
That's
an
why.
interesting and
Yeah,
like,
that's why it's hard to
mind-blowing
believe.
thing.
That's
Yeah.
why it's hard to believe.
Yeah. But
I mean, that's never gonna happen.
no, it's
But
gonna have a piece of paper. that can do
Hypothetically,
that,
I
yeah.
mean,
I'm gonna see if I can find that picture of like the world record times of folding paper. So y'all will have to.
God, we're so interesting.
I know, right? Oh, folding paper.
Love it.
World.
Give me another topic you had.
Okay, another topic.
Let's destroy it.
Yes. What was it? Oh, Troy and I were talking about this about a couple months ago. We were talking about how
How kids are made.
yes, how kids
'Cause
are
you guys
made.
had no idea.
How does that happen?
When a man loves or wants to rape a woman.
Yes.
That's how you have to explain it to your kid. When a man and a woman love each other, or when one of them wants to rape the other one.
Or when a man really wants to get some.
Well,
Stick it in her.
Well, you shove it in her vagina. Shove it in her vagina until the milk comes out.
It's very rudimentary. I like it. I hope that's the
9
bird
months
bees
later,
for the
that
kids.
This-
little shit's born.
all right. This is the world record of. This is 12 folds right here.
That's not real paper. That's not
It's-
legit what I think of paper.
That's like
That's thick.
sheets.
That's like, yeah, it looks like sheets.
It looks like sheets, but it's real paper.
see that
Like
here.
they had like I don't know. They had to bring Guinness World Record people into it and have to. All right, this is the right dimensions for a
Yeah.
sheet of paper. So, yeah.
I don't believe it. It looks like someone folded some
Blankets
sheets.
together.
It
Like
looks like
sheets.
it, but that's what it is. But no, anyway, Troy and I were talking about how like it seems like the 2000s, like from 2000 to 2010, weren't very long ago, and it seems like they still run with the same decade.
Yeah.
But it's not, You can tell the differences between, people from the 60s, the 50s, the 80s, the 90s. You can just tell. Some people don't think you can tell the difference between someone from like the 2000s and someone from
You
now.
don't know why?
Here's the difference. 'cause
Technology. And
Technology.
Internet. Technology and internet.
Yeah.
That's why.
You can't
Because
tell the difference.
all these kids that were born in 2000s have had internet their entire lives.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes
There's
them
not
mesh together
one.
more.
There's not
Yeah.
one specific
It's
thing
not like
that
defining
happened
them. Yeah.
in that decade.
Like us.
Like
growing
in the
up-
70s, they had I don't know whatever the fuck. The 60s, they went to the moon in the 60s, didn't they?
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff.
And then like the 70s, they had their specific things that happened.
Yeah.
Peace and
80s,
love.
90s,
Mhm.
80s.
2000s, like
90s is like internet starting. People are starting to have cell phones.
In
People
2000s,
didn't grow up with it their whole
it's
lives.
just cell phones, internet, all this.
Yeah.
Now, and like from 2010 to now, like social media is the boom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's so close to the 2000s to now. There's not a whole lot of difference.
Yeah.
And it doesn't help that we're part of that period right now. 30 years
we're
from
in
now, we can
like,
look back and it might be more defined. Like this was the 2000s, 2010.
Mm-hmm.
This was now.
It's hard to know what the
We're-
defining
right
moments
now-
are of society when you're in it.
Yeah.
You don't really know
because
until after.
it's still going on. Like,
Absolutely.
What
History's being made.
It's we're in the now.
being a part of it, no one ever thinks of like
What's gonna be
looking
the
back
thing.
at it.
The reason I thought this was interesting and why I brought it up was because you can just kind of tell if someone if they're I don't know how to say this, if their prime was in say 2005 comparative or 2004 to comparative to 2014. I mean, like the styles and everything, it's still different. I mean, it was different. Like I was watching Chappelle's show not too long ago, and you could just tell there was like music, especially hip hop. It was different. It was different. As much people say, oh, it's all the same. There was difference. There was difference in their clothes. The stuff we wore is now obsolete to the stuff that the kids in high school are wearing now. And
Oh, absolutely. Well, not technically. I wore shorts and t-shirts.
yeah.
Like that's pretty standard. Anywhere.
Yeah.
But I know what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
But like for us, like we grew up in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
You look back in the 90s, there's so many things that people who grew up in the 90s remember.
Yeah.
Like whether it be TV shows, music, games, whatever is going on. If you weren't born in that, you have no idea. But to us, we loved the 90s.
Yeah, and there wasn't
but it didn't seem like that in the 2000s because it's so closely connected.
and you could still
where
catalog
we're
everything with YouTube. I mean, you couldn't catalog things and keep it, or I shouldn't say catalog, but you couldn't just lock it up and store that information like the cartoons. You couldn't just store those cartoons unless you had VHS tapes or anything like that. While nowadays, I remember there was a cartoon that I loved,
Growing
in
up.
2007, 6, you could just YouTube it, and then
Or go
you
to
could
Netflix and you can watch
or
it all.
Netflix,
Or
or
I mean, that goes back to
torrent
even
them.
like old cartoons. Like you can remember, like in '95, there's cartoons I used to watch all the time.
X-Men's on.
But now
Netflix.
I can find those on the internet because someone took the time and put them online so I can watch them.
Yeah, and also with shows that you didn't necessarily catch when you were a kid, that was a big phenomenon. Like Ninja Turtles, I can go back and watch Ninja Turtles and see how and
What the big hype was back then.
No, I won't have the same reaction because I'm not a kid anymore. But it's like, oh, I can see where people
You can
do
kind
that
of
stuff.
backtrack in your mind where you were as a kid and watch it
Yeah.
as a kid.
What it's funny because when I was still coaching the swim team back home, I would have to drive the kids to practice, whether it be in Greenville or Salina, and I would have a minivan, or not a minivan, a SUV full of kids, high school kids. I'm only 2-3 years out of high school, and I put on some DMX. I'm like, oh yeah, and then I'm like, oh, this is the best.
I have no idea what it
and
is.
People that were freshmen when we were seniors had no idea who DMX was.
That is.
Wait, what? The freshmen when
Unreal.
you were seniors.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
But still, I
That's
mean,
still-
DMX to me seems like such a well-known name. Like,
Yeah.
everybody knows DMX.
Music's that's the biggest thing because music changes so fast.
Yeah, it does.
I mean,
Music is going to garbage anymore.
like
Like the
radio's
mainstream
radio's the
stuff
worst thing
Radio's
in
the
world.
worst
It's
stuff.
garbage.
I feel really bad for people who only listen to the radio and the top 40 stuff. Like they don't even
It's
know what's out-
horrible.
They don't even know what's out there.
It
It's
is
really sad.
horrible.
But the thing is about music nowadays, and again with the internet, is that there are so many more outlets of discovery.
Oh yeah.
You know, and that's one thing that, you know.
But a lot of people are too closed mind to
absolutely,
discover new music and say, hey, I like this kind of music. Not, I don't like the top 40.
You know what I think like really has helped like that a lot is like movies now. Like you see, like okay, for instance, the new Zach Braff movie. He's known for his soundtracks and stuff. He's had some songs on his soundtracks that like literally you search like the lyrics for, you can't find because it's so small. It's such a small like indie little band.
Wow.
Like and he's spreading it out to everyone that watches his films and stuff
cool.
like that. Like, it's I don't know. There's so many ways that people can listen to your shit. There's so much music out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And like you know, I've found so many bands just from listening to soundtracks of movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, the thing with that is, there has always at any point in time been that much music. It's just our accessibility to the music.
That's exactly it. And like,
that's what it is.
And people who used to do music for movies and stuff, like they would just pick like popular stuff because that's what people knew. Now everyone's music taste is so particular that you can't just pick popular stuff and throw it in movies anymore.
Oh yeah,
no,
not anymore.
This needs to be like
Specialized.
This is what I want in this movie at this point in time. I can go anywhere and find it.
Yeah.
I mean, for instance, like
you tailor everything to what you want now.
Like one thing that I think of whenever I think about stuff like that is, I really liked Wreck-It Ralph. I really liked the movie Wreck-It Ralph. And I was when I first saw it in theaters, I was engaged. You know, I was sucked into the movie as a movie goer should whenever it's a good movie. But there was this one part. I don't know if you guys seen Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay, y'all seen Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember the part whenever they were in the volcano and, you know, what's her name was Sarah Silverman's character was driving around. She was learning how to drive without glitching or whatever, or using her glitch. And Shut Up and Drive by Rihanna was in there, and it just took me out. It's like, oh yeah, I'm watching a movie now. I'm not, you know, I mean, not that I wasn't invested, but it's just like, it was almost like a speed bump. And, you know, I mean, I don't know. It was just weird. And
that's the problem with like mainstream. You know, that's a mainstream movie. It's a Pixar movie, so they, you know, you gotta.
Wasn't it Pixar? It was Disney animation. Yeah, I know what you mean. Know what I mean. Yeah.
But they want to appeal to
as many people as they can.
Yeah.
That's why like indie movies are the best for music. Like they really are. Like they have the best music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they can go away and do whatever the hell they want. Rather than, you know, you don't want a huge Disney movie.
Yeah, pick a song from
that
the top 40.
No
you have to
one
throw it in
knows.
Yeah. You know, this reminds me of like the story with my grandma and grandpa not too long ago. Not to throw them under the bus. I love my grandma and grandpa. I do, but you know, it's just cultural differences. You know, but how do I say it? We were driving to Ponderosa. For the listeners who don't know, Ponderosa is a little.
If you don't know Ponderosa, you're fucking idiot.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know what Ponderosa is.
Well, look it up.
Yeah, it's
a buffet.
It's a buffet restaurant that my dad and my uncle put in Portland, Indiana, the one over by the town we're from. But anyway, so my grandma, it's a good place. My grandma and grandpa eat there every day, and so it was I was home from break or something like that for a whole week, and sometimes I go with them and eat, and it's nice just, you know, chilling with them and, you know, just as grandkid do.
Just hang out with your grandparents.
But on the way there, we were just listening, or they were flicking through the radio, and oh no, never mind. They weren't flicking through the radio. They were on their Sirius satellite radio, and they have like hits or like 40s or on 430s, whatever time period their music was. They were, you know, loving it. They were listening to the music, and it's interesting. Like they were like the music. I don't know what song it was. It wasn't popular, but it may have been to them. But it was something about like taking their girl out to a movie and a dinner. It's like
something just ridiculous.
Yeah, just something ridiculous, and you know, very, very just nichey, and just, you know, as the time was, it was very conservative kind of, you know, content in the lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Yeah.
Because it was frowned upon to go anywhere outside of what's the norm.
Yeah. and
But what's acceptable?
Absolutely. But it's just about taking your gal out to on your first date, and you're just so nervous. And the first thing my grandma says after the song goes off and goes on to the next song, they're like, my grandma's just like, music nowadays, it doesn't have it's not very good. It doesn't have the melodies and the rhythms that music did now, back when we were kids, and the stuff they sing about is just so vulgar and all that stuff. Typical grandma stuff. And I usually bite my tongue and I don't speak about things because they talk about, or my grandma complains about a lot of things. She she's
because things change.
Absolutely,
it's not the same as it used to be.
And I usually just hold my tongue and bob my head like, yeah, grandma, you're totally right, and just go on without And I mean, it's not like I have very different views. I mean, I'm both I'm conservative like them, but sometimes it's just like, okay, this is a little over the top.
Just so close-minded.
Yeah, but this time I had to say something, and I'm just like, well, the thing is that the music that you listen to, the music that the kids listen to, and is the stuff on the radio, the stuff that you guys, the way that you guys listen to music on the radio, and like a lot of people still do. But there's more outlets. There's more music out there. Not the stuff that you hear is the stuff that sells.
Yeah.
So you can't necessarily judge.
Judge like decades of music.
Oh,
just
absolutely,
on what
absolutely. There's so much good music out there that doesn't necessarily have to talk about the clubbing and like all that stuff that
fucking pussy.
Absolutely.
Getting money.
Yeah.
Beating bitches.
Smoking dope.
Drinking beers. Beers.
What? I mean, yeah.
Yeah, totally.
But no, it was just like I had my own little like comeback rant about it, and I don't know. It was just like, and my grandma was just like, oh, I guess, and then we just kept on Ponderosa.
They're gonna blow anything you disagree with a grandparent. Obviously, they're smarter than you.
Oh, absolutely.
That's the first thing that comes in their mind. Mm-hmm. I've been on this world for 80 years now, and this little shit's not going to tell me nothing.
Maybe if the world was still the same 80 years ago, it would be relevant.
Yeah.
I mean, like, not saying that they don't have a wealth of, information to feed us, but it's just different.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny, like, my grandpa, again, another time we were sitting down and eating at Ponderosa. And
you guys eat there a lot.
Yeah, they eat there almost every day. And but anyway, I go and I'm eating with them, and I don't know. I think I released a cartoon. I think I released the Imagination Sucks, and that was when it was like it the first thing that ever got on the front page of Newgrounds, and so proud of it. Most people saw it. That my friends and stuff, and. The grandpa's like, oh, that's a really nice cartoon you made there. I'm like, oh, thank you. And he's like, so what exactly do you want to do with this? Like,
where's this going?
Yeah, where is this going? I'm like, well, and like I kind of had to like tiptoe around it, and then like it's like, well, I mean, like, do you automatically go to Disney for this, or do you? I'm like, no, Grandpa, it's not just Disney anymore. Mm-hmm. It's not just Disney for feature-length films anymore. Yeah. It's there's so many things in the animation.
Because animation is huge anymore.
Oh, absolutely.
Not just Disney, but there's smaller things.
Oh yeah. Commercials, music videos, video games, and
anything.
Yeah, there's a lot of things, and it was just kind of hard to explain to him. It's like, yeah, people can find my stuff on the internet, and then if they, if I gain a following, then I can, and then I had to try to explain how people make money off YouTube, and that just blew, like, it just went over their head. It's like, I was explaining to them, like, how the person with the most YouTube subscribers, PewDiePie. I can't stand PewDiePie, but PewDiePie is the person that pretty much owns YouTube right now. He gets about $2,000 $2,000 a day or so, just doing Let's Plays. And what Let's Plays are, if you're not familiar,
I
are
hate
just
that guy.
oh, I can't
I
stand
think
him.
he's so annoying.
He's very annoying. That's why I said I can't. I don't like him.
So.
But
A Let's Play is just like a walkthrough of a video game. They have a camera on themselves and they talk over it and stuff.
yeah,
Gotcha.
it's I like some Let's Plays.
Basically what Twitch is now.
Yeah,
It's the
Yeah.
website to watch people play video games.
yeah,
People streaming. Gotcha.
yeah. I've encountered some. I subscribe to like 2 Let's Plays that are interesting, but there are nothing else. But all he does is play video games, and every 14-year-old subscribes to him, and then because of the views and how they distribute money with the views and all that stuff, they also get that chunk of the money.
Yeah.
You know, and it's, man, that's the life right there. Just playing video games and making about $2,000 a day for it.
Yeah. So I used to work with a kid who was into like streaming and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like he plays everything and he streams it.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, if I get enough following, like I can make a living off of just playing video games. And he was intent on doing that. He's like going to school, work at FedEx, whatever. But he's like, I've been like advertising myself, like spreading the word, whatever, getting all these subscribers and people interested. And he's
Yeah.
like,
I can't get behind that. I don't know. Like, who would spend money
I could never.
Who would spend money to
watch
watch
someone.
somebody play video games?
I could never do that.
I just
But
don't
there is a
understand that.
huge following.
No, I know. I just don't get it.
I
Like,
don't
Does
get
he
it.
do it on Twitch? Does he do it on YouTube? Because YouTube, you just subscribe. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, there's no
I don't know
money
what
to
Twitch-
do that.
on it.
Twitch, you can have like a sponsor site where you need to pay like $5 a month to watch somebody play video
Yeah,
games.
that's weird.
And there's
I don't
also
get it.
there's free ones too. I
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
know.
understand the paid for ones. Like, who would seriously spend like? Why don't you just go play the video game yourself?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
you know what?
Which
This
is what exactly my argument with the kid. I was like,
Yeah,
why the fuck would I sit there and watch you play video games?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
the
retarded.
thing is, this is coming full circle to
the technology.
we're out of the loop now.
Yeah, no, it's true.
We are.
Yeah.
No, but that's,
I mean, I'm still kind of following it a little. I'm not paying money to watch some of these people,
No.
but I
no,
find
it just
I find
makes
some
no sense why
Well,
you
like,
would watch
okay,
someone
like
play a video
Garmin.
game when in the end you can just buy the video game and play it yourself.
So like Garmin himself, like what he does is like, okay, so there's a lot of games for like PlayStation 4 that he loves,
And
but he can't play them because he doesn't have a PlayStation 4.
Garmin and I have the same mentality on this.
Yeah, so Garmin will like watch he'll go to YouTube and watch cutscenes of the video game. He'll watch every single cutscene, so it's basically like
A
he
movie.
got the entire story of the video
Yeah.
game. So he does that. Like for The Last of Us, which is like maybe the best video game
And
ever,
I did
ever
I
made.
did that with The Last
Maybe
of
the
Us.
best
I
video
watched
game
it.
ever made. He just went to YouTube and watched like the 3 hours of cutscenes. Now he feels like he's played the game. Just
But
because
he
he got
didn't
the
have to do
story.
it.
You know what? I
But
like
if like,
it.
but like say he had, if it was for Xbox, he would just buy the game. But he doesn't have a PlayStation 4 or
Yeah.
a PlayStation 3, so he's not going to buy a whole other system just to play one game. So he just watches the story of it.
I
Which
mean,
makes
there's
Yeah.
different
I can
kind of
understand it.
casual gamers.
Yeah.
Because I only play games for story. Like I don't ever play games for online. I might do it for Smash Brothers, but that's about the only game I'll play for, you know, just to play competitively and online with. And I don't have enough friends that, you know, we share the same stuff. I mean, even Ryan and those guys anymore. They play stuff on Steam. You know, and most of the games on Steam don't work for Mac.
Yeah.
So I can't get those same games. But I do enjoy the story, and if I can watch and get the story, and without having to pay $60 for it,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
And then you
Yeah.
feel culturally relevant too with that game, because like
Mhm.
Last of Us is like one of the biggest games in the last 5 years,
Yeah.
and like you have to know that game
Oh,
if
yeah.
you're like a normal gamer.
Mhm.
You have to at least know it.
Yeah.
Same with like
See,
Bioshock and all that
I
stuff.
don't care about really. I don't have enough patience to be able to follow a story while I play a video game. That's why Uncharted I played for a while, and then I didn't care.
See,
Like
those
that's
are my
why
favorite
games like Madden and stuff.
Yeah,
It's perfect because I just play to play.
you go mindless kind of.
A mindless
there's-
game. Or like
There's
Call of
no
Duty.
I definitely
linear
have-
story in it.
Yeah, I definitely have my own. Like I play.
hate, not hate, but I just can't get
Can't get
into
into it.
a story.
I mean, there's definitely different. You know, like whenever I only have like 45 minutes to play a game in a night or something, I'll play like basketball. I'll just play like one game and that'll be it, and then I'll be done.
Yeah.
And it's just like mindless, and I can just relax. But I do love, like, if there's a great story, I do love playing a great story game.
That's for me.
Mindless and relaxed
for
Minecraft, and I know you don't like Minecraft, but it's mindless and
No,
relaxing.
I understand.
If I want to watch,
I understand it. I just don't like it.
Okay, I'm glad that you understand it, and if you don't like it, that's fine. But I'm glad that you understand.
No, I get it. I just don't like it.
If I want to watch something for a story, I'll watch a TV
movie.
show or a movie.
Yeah.
For me, that's plenty for me. I don't need to be a part of it. I don't need to, I just want to sit back and enjoy it.
I understand that, but at the same time, dude, like, within the last, 5 years, games have gotten to a point where, literally The Last of Us was almost better than any movie I saw last year.
It's cinematic.
It was almost better. The story was better than any movie I saw last year. It really was. And they're making a movie out of it, but it's not going to do it justice.
There's no reason to.
No, there's no reason to.
No
it's
reason
perfect the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
And that does kind of bother me that they're going to make a movie out of it. And they're going to take 90% of the story out.
Yeah.
Because it's a 20-hour game or a 15-hour game. They're going to condense it to 2 hours.
Yeah, that's going
to... And it
ruin
doesn't...
it.
They don't
it's going to
ruin
it.
They just don't need to do it. It's perfect the way it is.
Yeah.
It was the best
but
story.
It's for money.
I know.
Money.
But I know why. It's just I don't want it.
Yeah.
I'll watch it.
I'm sure a lot of people don't want it because of that.
Because it was just perfect the way it is, and it literally was the best story I read, watched, seen, played last year.
It was a fun story.
Yeah, for me, it's all about entertaining myself, and I don't need to be playing something to entertain myself. If I want a story, just show me a story on a TV show or a movie, and I'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
I'll have a blast watching it. I don't need to be a part of it because I want to sit back, relax, and enjoy it.
Yeah. Oh man,
But I understand why people would want to play a game with good stories and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it's not like I'm that close-minded. No. That's horrible. That sucks so bad. I understand it. It's just not me.
Honestly,
it's just not me.
We're in a golden age right now of how good video game stories are. And they're just getting better and better. And with this new system, I hope that they just keep getting better and better and more cinematic and stuff like that. I think they will too.
Absolutely they will.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing is the graphics are going to be unreal.
They already are.
They already are, but they're going to keep getting better. Yeah. So that just opens the door for more cinematic, stuff because it's going to look so awesome.
I remember back in middle school when was it middle school or early high school? Whenever the Xbox 360 just came out, and I went. Cracks and I went over to Ryan's house, and he was playing some sort of racing. Ryan loves these the car racing games and stuff. I don't get it, but it is what it is. But he's like, dude, these graphics are the best. And we were watching. He's these are awesome comparative to the GameCube stuff that I just got them playing, and. He's like, there's no way that video games can get any better than what it is now.
You can never say that.
Oh yeah, I mean, even that single console got better.
Oh yeah,
that single console's just the graphics just got much better, and we say that there's no way that they can get better, and I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, there's all. Until we can get every single little pixel to look just like our skin, and it's getting close.
Yeah.
They still got a long way to go, but they're definitely getting closer.
Oh yeah. Have you guys heard of this? It's on Steam right now. I don't know if it's called PT. It's
PT.
It's a horror game. Yes.
No, I know what you're talking about. It's actually
a Silent Hills.
Yeah, I played it, and it's the scariest thing I've ever played.
Isn't it though?
Yeah,
it's so.
I played it at Josh's house. You came over when I was playing it. Remember? Yeah. I was scared shitless. We had the room all dark, and I was just right in it, and I was scared shitless, dude. Yeah. It was incredible.
See, that's one of those games that if you're not a fan of Let's Plays and don't understand why people are fan of Let's Plays, that is a game that's fun to let people just watch people
watch people's reactions, but those are the kind of games that I would so much rather play play myself because like the whole point of it is like being scared that you're gonna make the wrong move to die.
And I don't like that.
See, well, it's
Because
it's
I'm a
nerve-wracking.
pansy. Yeah, I don't like it.
Dude. That game is.
I'd rather let
so
someone
scary.
get scared for me.
Scary games are the best. They're better than scary movies by far because you're controlling them.
Oh, yeah,
you decide what happens.
Yeah, that's
They're
you
so-
in there.
yeah.
That is you in there.
It's
that's
so
not,
scary.
It's not just Big Tits McGee bouncing around
Yeah.
and getting her, fake ones chopped off by some dude. It's
It's
you.
you being part of it.
Yeah, it's you getting your tits
It
chopped
really
off.
takes you into the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
That game was scary.
It was.
Did you play it?
No, I watch people play it.
Oh,
and
it's so scary.
It is. And the thing is, it's different for everyone.
Yeah, the way
It's-
you do it. Yeah.
Oh, man.
It was a teaser. It has nothing to do with the real game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But besides like how it's gonna look and stuff,
yeah,
but the story is like not part of the game, but it looks awesome. I'm definitely gonna get it. I'm gonna be scared shitless though.
They're
You're gonna crap your pants.
It's one of those games I'm gonna have to play. I'm gonna have to wait to play it till it's dark outside. You have to.
Was it? Have you heard of this game called Five Nights at Freddy's? Oh man, for some reason I'm just so intrigued with this game. It's another Steam game, and what it is it's kind of like red light. Like the mechanic of it is like red light, green light. All right, it's a horror game, and the whole premise is you're a security guy. You're just got hired as a new security, personnel for this child's pizza place with animatronic, like Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
All right, and basically, while you're on duty, it's at night. No one's there, just you and the animatronics. And the whole point is to not get killed by these things. It's incredible. Have
you seen people play it? Have you?
Oh yeah, I've
played
seen
it?
people play it,
Yeah.
and it's so intriguing. Like, I equate it for me. This is personal opinion. It equates to the first person ever playing Mario.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just wow, I can't believe I'm actually controlling a person. Now, it's not that you're controlling a person, you are controlling yourself, but you are in a room, and all you do is check cameras in this dark pizza place. It's awesome. It's so awesome. And these
Is it like an indie game, like a small indie game?
yeah. It looks great, and the animatronics are just these creepy things that just stare dead at you, and they don't move. It's like whenever you see them on camera or when they're outside of your door, they just sit there, and you have to survive. That's kind of scary, but you have to survive from like 11 at night to 6, and I think it's like 80 some seconds for every minute or for every hour that passes, and it's awesome. It's so awesome. Like it's just
I'll have to check it out.
yeah. Five
Wow.
Nights at Freddy's.
Wow, that freaked me out.
I'm gonna see if I can find some stills of some of the characters, but
That would definitely freak me out.
yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's. I love it. Like, I actually went like after watching like some of the the Let's Players that I follow play it. I'm like, I need to watch more people play this.
I would definitely be more scared playing a scary video game
Than
than
watching
watching a movie.
Yeah,
Because
is,
it's
it
happening
is.
to me.
It's so much
I'm the
more
one
scary.
controlling it. That's me in the video game.
Dead Space is one of the scariest games
Dead
I've ever
Space.
played.
But just
the
imagine
first
once video games progress and it's like you're there, you have like
Well, that's what
the
like this new
glasses
Silent
and
Hill
stuff.
one. Like this is gonna be. Oh, they have like
They have 'em.
those 3D ones
Yeah.
or the virtual reality stuff.
virtual reality.
there's
Once
a-
that becomes
there's-
mainstream,
Yeah, there's a trailer for a scary movie in a virtual reality thing, and it looks really scary.
I bet.
Yeah.
Like once that becomes a mainstream thing where you can get virtual reality video games,
Here's some of the stills from the
Oh
game.
Jesus!
and it's a kids what shop?
It's kind of like a Chuck E. Cheese
Uh,
with like animatronics.
I would have nightmares.
Oh, it's so awesome. Basically, the story of these animatronics is like throughout the week, like they have to keep getting new security people because these things
keep dying.
Well, yeah. Basically, what happens is like during the night they get active, and like throughout the week they just get more and more active. And what they do is they just neander around, and if they see you, they think that you're an animatronic like skeleton without your costume on. And so, basically, if they catch you, they try to smash you into one of the costumes. That's the story, and you pretty much die because you're just yeah, and it's such a fun game. Like you either gotta play it or you gotta watch someone play it. Anyone listening, it's awesome. I mean, it's been out for maybe like a month or so, and the developer has said that they're going to make another one soon, or making a sequel or something like that. Cool. Pretty freaking cool, but yeah.
I think I'm about done, boys.
I was
just about that time.
Well, guys, thanks for listening to Keller's birthday podcast.
Yay!
Shots.
Woo! Fireball.
I'm not gonna do shots.
Let's do shots.
It's 12/22.
I'm not doing a shot.
That's not my birthday.
It's
Yep. It's not my birthday
never mind.
I was gonna do shots if it was before 12.
It came and went. Well, next year we'll have to do
Next year
shots.
we'll do
next
shots.
year.
All right, let's sign off.
All right, this is Perry.
Troy.
Ed.
Thanks for listening, and watch out for Freddy. He's gonna get you.